sample for student-led conference that Miss Lavina and I had worked on. So I will start now. So I had worked on in my history class on essay on Cold War, and the area of interaction was social education, and the unit question was, how many ways can we look at the Cold War? Well, what I did to answer this question was that I researched on Cold War, and I went to the library and found some books in the library which had a lot of books on the Cold War, and I also went to internet and found different primary sources in relation to the Cold War, and then I outlined the essay and made some flow charts and I planned out my essay and wrote the essay. What did you learn? From this activity, I learned that I had to include historiography in my essay, because that is very important part, because I didn't include historiography in my essay, which deducted most of my points. So by historiography, it means that we have to look into different perspectives of the war, and the item that I found most challenging in this activity was during the research stage. Since there were a lot of different analyses of the war, I had to select and choose what is most reasonable to put in my essay to answer my question. And the skills I used to help me learn were mostly by reading the books on the Cold War. And the skill I found most helpful was finding an efficient way to write the keywords in the search engine, because most of the time when I search in the internet, we would have some millions of links, but I learned to write the keywords in the search engine. And I also the other skill that I found really helpful was drawing a chart before I write an essay. And when using this skill, I know I have to brainstorm first and then write the paper. This activity helped me develop my learner profile as an inquirer, because it involved me do some active research, and it created interest of independent research, and I had more questions than I had before I learned this chapter. By learning more about this chapter, I wanted to know even more than that. So I think it helped me become a more inquirer. And this helped me to respond to the unit question by looking at different reasons behind the Cold War. I learned how rapidly those two superpowers relation can, how these two relations can exacerbate after Grand Alliance. So it helped me realize how communication is very important, and that there are very different reasons behind the Cold War. And it answered a unit question because I found out how diverse these opinions were. And from this activity, I learned that I did well in analysis, and I could improve my performance by focusing more on historiography, because I focused only on answering the essay question on factual information.